Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Laura, and I'd like to welcome you to Stitching by the Shore, my channel about cross stitch. Every once in a while, we do something else crafty. I feel like I need to say that now, even though most of the time it's all just cross stitch. If you are new, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for pressing play and giving my channel a try. I hope you like what you see. We'll hit like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments, all that good stuff. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate all of your comments and kind words each week, and I love just connecting with you guys. So thank you so much for consistently supporting me and my channel. So if you are a regular watcher, you know leading up to, well, within the fall, part of September and October, we pulled out the crazy sweaters, otherwise known as ugly sweaters. Well, that's nothing. Now I figured I'd ease you in gently because now Thanksgiving's over, Christmas is officially started. We're going with just a nice little subtle reindeer top. I'm gonna wait a few weeks to really wow you with some of the crazy sweaters I have, but I am set till Christmas to show you lots of crazy sweaters. So that's my fun little Friday what to wear type of thing. But I figured we'd start small. We'd start easy, not crazy type of thing. Did you have a good day yesterday if you're in the US? I hope so. It was rainy in the morning, which is fine. We knew that was coming, but it cleared out in the afternoon and there was just the four of us, so we planned dinner late afternoon. We were able to eat outside, which is beautiful. I mean, the end of November in Connecticut can be really dicey. The sun was starting to set, so we had a beautiful sky, and I just said to myself, these are the silver linings to what this year is, and I just tried to look at it that way. But it was very nice with the kids. And simple. We ate a lot though. I mean, I think we made as much food as we normally would if we had company. That's all right, because then I don't have to cook for the next several days, which is always a good thing. But yeah, that's it. Now we'll kick off a little bit of the Christmas season. We generally try to decorate the house a little bit this weekend, so that will hopefully be on the agenda. And that's about it. All right, let's get to some stitching, because I'm sure that's what you came for. All right, I have two finishes. Oh, and you know what? I didn't take out. And then there we go. Two finishes, and the first one, they were close. The first one was Lizzie Kate's Coming to Town Santa. This is 2011, right? I think so. Well, it says 11, so yeah, most likely. And this is what we've got. This is on 18 count coffee tea dyed by me. And if you're new, everything you see this week and most weeks, pretty much every week, is 18 count. And just because I like it, I think I'm going to try a 20 count just to give it a shot. But yeah, just happens to be what I like. And I get this question a lot, whether I use one or two threads. I happen to use two threads over the one square. I know there are people that love one thread on 18 count. So I would say try it both ways and see what you prefer. I happen to like the little fluffier kind of coverage, but that's just me. So here he is. Now, I don't know if we see close, if you can see his fuzzy eyebrows and beard. Okay, looking at it now, I just realized I didn't do the back stitch. I don't know if he needs it. So there's him with the back stitch. And there's him without. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whether or not it bothers me. But looking at it from a distance, I'm not sure it does. So this is kind of fuzzy if you were to put your finger on it. It's all here. I mean, it's not crazy fuzz, but if you were to look close, you could see it. Now what I did, and I don't remember where I saw this. I was watching a Flosstube. I don't even know who or when or what. And they talked about how this can be a bear to use, this whisper. And they're right, but their suggestion was to do a half cross with just regular floss and then cross the X with the whisper. So that's what I did. I did the first cross with just the white, whatever color white I used, And then the second I crossed it over with the Whisper. And it does get kind of stuck and bulky, and it's fluffier in some areas and then thinner in some, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad to use. So that's what it looks like. All right, second finish was actually a start and a finish. I had seen, this was a little freebie that the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea, had put out, Stitching with the Housewives. I'm not going to show you, I don't have the picture. Actually, I should have pulled up the picture because they did it on black. Let's see if I can just fold this over. You're not going to see the colors, but so this is the pattern. Now they did it on black fabric. They stitched it in white. You know, the everything was in white that you see, and then you have the pumpkins. They were 2 orange and then the 1 blue. Well, I didn't use the black fabric. I went with 18 count Picture This Plus Heartland, and so I changed up all of the colors. When I originally did try the white just out of curiosity, and it completely blended in, but then I pulled out, and I think I pulled out, which one is it? 3371. So I pulled out 3371, and I used that for the words and for the branches. Now this was charted in Classic Colorworks, which I don't have, so I did all sorts of DMC alternatives. I didn't have the exact alternative for the blue, but I just grabbed something that I thought looked good, and I think the orange had a few choices, and the greens had a few. Oh, I completely did the green different. That's right. I didn't like the choices that they were showing for DMC. But that's it. Now, if I could sew, I think this would be just a cute little pillow, like one of little rectangular pillow. I don't sew. I did look online for tutorials on hand sewing pillows, and I did find Ginger Gerald did one last year, and I've only just started watching it. It's just been too crazy here that with the holiday and stuff that I did not get a chance to watch it. But I do want to watch it through. I think it's like an hour-long video maybe, and he hand sews it and he shows everything, and so far he's shown everything you'd need for materials and everything, which is what I need, because I need a don't have a clue step-by-step tutorial. If you have other suggestions that don't use sewing machines, put them in the comments below, because I will watch everything. So that's a possibility. If I can't figure out how to do a pillow, I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, but it's cute. It was a very quick stitch. I got it done. I started it whatever day I started it, and the next day I was able to finish it. If you had a block of time to stitch in one day, you probably could do this in one day. It's very cute. And that is on Priscilla's blog. I will link that below. If I can, I'll link it. If I find it just right, I'll link it right to the actual pattern. If not, I'll link her blog. It'll be recent. It was only like the last week or two. All right, whips, works in progress. I don't have a lot. I have 3. This week, I just, everybody around now, I just don't have as much stitching time. It's crazy because, they kind of do their own thing. They're teenagers. Well, one's almost even beyond that. But I don't know. It just seems like everybody always seems to congregate wherever I am. So it always used to happen when they were little, and it just still seems to happen when they're older, but I'll take it. But you're just not going to see a lot of stitching that way. I did not take out, sorry if there's crinkling as I pull stuff out of the bag. I didn't take my pictures out of my project bags, my Target project bags. First whip is ChristmasLand, and this is from Raise the Roof Designs. I got a decent amount accomplished since I think last time. The house took me a little while, and I started the words, and I think I did the fence, and there's some more snow here. I have thought about, I'm keeping the roof as is and the colors in the house because you can see it, it's fine. I've thought about taking out some of the snowflakes and possibly the snow and going with a brighter white, like a B5200 or something, because right now it's called for an ecru, which looks fine in some cases. I'll see. I'll do a bunch of other things If I do some more words around, that might bring it out. This is done in an 18 count Confederate gray. Just regular 1, 2, 3 stitch Confederate gray. I don't know if it's a Zweigart or what it is. And I think I'm doing all of the called for colors on this, DMCs. It does have Classic Colorworks as choices too. I like the quirkiness of this one. This one's a lot of fun because everything's not quite perfectly symmetrical. Everything's a little off and a little quirky. So I thought that was kind of fun. So that's the first one. My second, one of my favorite stitches each week. I love bringing this out. And this is from Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, ChristmasLand Nantucket Trio. Julie from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World is the designer, creator of these patterns. And I'm just gonna go more over here. Here we go. That's what it looks like. And if I go this way, just to show it closer, third house, plugging along. I am just enjoying this so much. Continued this part of the house. You know, I got all of this done and then worked here. This will be a tree, which will finish off and pretty much bracket the houses. Now, I have used all of Julie's colors because I love her choices, but where she gives the fancy floss, she also gives a DMC 2-color mix, and I'm using those. But everything has stayed 100% her choices with it, and I love it. This is on 18 count Nantucket Sky by Fabrics by Stephanie, and I have no idea how I'm finishing it. I really want to have it look nice and displayed because it's so pretty, and I definitely, my goal is to get this finished for Christmas, and I think I can do it. I really do. Especially even if I'm just giving it the weekly work that it gets. There's a lot of stitching here, but it goes by fast. It's really fun to stitch. There is a SAL, the hashtag Nantucket Trio SAL, if you want to check out some other stitchers who are working on this or have finished it. It looks beautiful, completed. And if you want to join along, oh, my needle just dropped right out of it. If you want to join along, and you don't have to stitch them together if you just want to stitch one house or however you want to do it. If you do stitch them together, I did adjust the fence here, the fencing a little bit, and I did make all 3 fences white. This fence is charted as white, and these 2 fences are charted as ecru, but I wanted to make it look like it was just 3 houses in a row, and so I kept it just all the white. But if you wanted to attach them and you want to chat about what I changed or numbers, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to chat with you. Super love it though. Every week I love, oh, I found my needle. Every week I love working on this one. It's just so much fun. And my last work in progress, yes, I pulled it out. I did. I pulled out Kringles from Little House Needleworks. I know some people have asked me to bring it back. This was a start in May for Mania. I chose 4 big patterns in 1 a week I started, and I finished all 3 others. To be honest, they zipped kind of along. This one's a big one. There's a lot to this. Here we are. This is on Artemis from Bestitchme. Of course, 18 count. So I had all of this done, and so I decided for 2 reasons, and the first was just to get the top done. I decided to focus on the top. So this is as much snow as the building will have, and then I started to work down here, and I basically chose 1 color and just worked on that 1 color. And then I got a little tired, so I did a little bit more of the ecru. But this way, there's a lot of counting now, but then I figure the fill-in will be a little bit easier. And that's, so I think it comes over just a little bit building wise, but that's essentially how wide it will be. Now, pulling this out and working on it, I was feeling overwhelmed, and I looked at the pattern, and I think I'm going to do a change. And I know this was something that was suggested when she put this pattern out, so I don't feel like it's like completely crazy that I'm doing this. Instead of making this a 3-story building, I'm going to make it a 2-story. So I'm going to have, so basically, if you were to not look at that, you know, basically put the roof right here, and it'll be just a 2-story building. And as soon as I made that decision, I felt so much better about this project. I felt totally overwhelmed beforehand, and thinking about it, okay, I'd have the roof, and then I would have a row of windows to look through, and then on the bottom row. And that made it seem so much more manageable and made me want to pick it up. To be honest, it was just too much, and I wasn't feeling it. And there's a couple of the rooms that I'm not sad if I don't stitch. I've started this one, which doesn't look 100% great because there's a lot of white. I'm debating on pulling that out and changing what's in this room. But this way, I'd have more option if I pull out 3 and just choose my 5 favorite out of the 8. So have you done it? Have you done this pattern? Have you changed it that way? Have you seen anybody change it? I don't know if there's a Facebook group just for Kringles. I know there's the Little House / Country Cottage Facebook group. And I know people were posting their finishes and things in there. I have to look back and see. If you know of somebody who just did the two rows with the building, or even one, just to see how they did it, shoot me a link down below. I'd love to see. But Kringles is now, I feel better about it. I feel better about this project and a little bit more optimistic and looking forward to working on it. So super pleased with that decision and realization that I don't have to stitch it all. I can kind of mix and match. So that is it for works in progress. Plans. I do want to, my iPad just went crazy. I do want to try to do some Christmas smalls. I have a couple patterns that I have that I would like to look at. And of course, this weekend is a shopping weekend. And like many other places, a lot of the designers are having sales. So we might pick up some stuff and maybe start it immediately. I haven't decided. But I did do a little bit of shopping. Not much so far. I did no physical shopping this week, so I have nothing physical to show you. Everything is digital. Yeah, I don't know. I have stuff. And so I've been, except for fabrics, because, you know, I always want just that right color of fabric. So I always kind of keep an eye out, and I'm trying somebody new to me for fabrics, and that should be coming next week. So I'm excited about that. But I want to show you one thing that I bought. Oh, it's not going to work. Let's see if this will work. Oh, good, it did. I was watching Kim J Inspired, Kim, over there. Hi, Kim. And she was showing what she was stitching from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. Is that the name of it? I don't know exactly. And I loved it so much, and I've seen everybody talk about how much they love the magazine. I had never, I hadn't seen it in person, hadn't gotten it. This is what Kim was stitching, and that sold me. I know exactly how I want to stitch it, what kind of fabric I want to use. I just have to get what I need. And I might already have what I need. I don't know. So I was super excited about that. So I got the digital version of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. So that was my first purchase. And then the other purchase that I made was from Stone Street Stitch. They're on Etsy, and I'll link them down below. They started their holiday sales a little early, so a lot of the sales are starting today, and going on from there. This one started earlier this week. They're having 20% off on their patterns, and so I picked up a bunch. So this one is called 'Twas a Fair Night. I just love that house. So pretty. That was the first one. Then this one was really cute, I thought. And this is called Cobblestone Crossing. I love the houses in the lantern. I don't know if I'll put 2020 on there or not. Well, if I stitch it in 2020, it could be 2021 by the time I get to it. I don't know. Then this one was just for fun. Coffee Corner. How cute is that? And then the last one I picked up was called Lighthouse. They have two different versions. So the main listing is that, but then they have a holiday version. Might get pixelated because I made it where there's a Christmas tree in there. I thought that was really cute. That's the picture. And I tell you, 4 patterns at a really reasonable price with the 20% off. So I know they are having a sale through the weekend. Cherry Hill Stitchery. I have a couple things in my cart from them, and I'm trying to think. There was somebody else that I put that they're having a sale. I don't know. You'll see it next week. That won't help you sales wise, but if you want to know of any others that I know about, let me know. Tiny Modernist is having a 30%, I believe, sale. But also to help each other out, if you see some sales and you want to add them down below so other people can see in the comments who's having a sale this weekend, go for it. I wanted to remind you, don't forget though, there is also my coupon code through the end of the year from jubilancelane.com. I will list her link down below. If you use Stitching by the Shore, you get $10 off your purchase price. And go for it. She is having some things already on sale, and then she will take that $10 off of that price as well. There is an owl forest that I've got my eye on. I wouldn't use the fabric, but everybody says their threads are really nice. So I've been back and forth. I've been waffling. So we'll see if I treat myself for this Christmas holiday with it. But that's it for purchases. That's all I've got. I've got not a lot to show you, but I definitely am going to keep an eye out this weekend for some other sales. So hopefully I'll have some more fun stuff to show you next week. This is going to be short, which is good because I know, it's busy now. We got Christmas decorating to do, and if you haven't done it already, and just starting to get ready into that holiday mode. So let's go on to giveaways. This week's giveaway, I was giving away the special holiday issue, the 2020 issue, Christmas ornament issue, cross stitch. Is it cross stitch magazine? Just cross stitch. And I had asked about Hallmark movies. Boy, there's a lot of thought about Hallmark movies. It's so funny. I love having them in the background, and I'll watch ones that I've seen before. So it's easy to stitch to then because I know what's happening, and I just like the music, and I like to see how they're decorating the houses. And I mean, all the houses go way more than I would ever decorate, but it's fun to see. And the winner is Rowie Murphy. I'm gonna go with Rowie. Rowie Murphy, you won. So if you could give me your mailing address, either email me at the Gmail account or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will mail this out to you. You have 2 weeks to get back to me, so please do so. And this week, because I haven't bought a lot, I don't have a lot of stuff I've kind of run out of stuff to give away. But I was busy in the studio this week, and that also is gonna adjust my stitching time because Christmas and Valentine's are my 2 busiest times of year. And so I spend a little bit more time getting inky. My hands are nice and clean today, but I have to be really careful because then if I go to touch the cross stitch, we don't know what color ink will end up all over my fabric. So I thought I would just do something I make as a giveaway this week. And if you don't like it or don't want it and nobody goes for it, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. It will just go into the shop or whatever. But if you are looking to adorn your Christmas or holiday, really, because there's a few that could be any holiday, your holiday gifts this year with some handmade gift tags, I am doing a set of 8 tags. So really quickly, one is just a cute little gingerbread. Then we have this one. This one could go for multiple types of holidays. Some say specifically Christmas, like this one. That's Merry Christmas. All of these are handmade, hand stamped. This one is the happiest of holidays. And we have this one. Trees could go pretty much for anything, even like a holiday birthday, a December birthday. A couple for the little kids. So we have one with a dancing Santa. And we have one with a red-nosed reindeer. And the last two, one happens to be a sleigh, and then a jolly old Santa. So it's a mixture of backing cardstock. Some are layered, some are thin, all with twine as the ribbon, I'll call it, but whatever, the finishing piece. And that set of 10 will be my giveaway, all coming straight out of my studio for you. So my question is, so the question first off for everybody, if we want to have a chat, is are you an in-store Black Friday holiday shopper? Now this year, we're throwing this year out. I'm not going anywhere near the stores this year, physically. But normally, would you be an in-store shopper, or are you all about just the cyber buying? For years and years and years, my mom and I would go every year. We would get up super early and be out at the stores between 6 and 6:30 a.m. And we would hit a bunch of the stores, then we'd end at the mall, have breakfast, and then continue shopping. And it was a really nice memory. And when Megan got old enough, she would join us. A couple years ago, my mom shattered her kneecap, and so she was out of commission that Christmas. And then I don't remember last year why, but it was just Megan and I for the last couple years. So again, super fun, super wonderful memories. This year, it is all cyber. I am hitting I'm going to just make myself a nice cup of tea and hit the keyboard and find my sales that way. And curbside pickup. I am really enjoying curbside pickup too, I have to say. So that's my shopping this year. So for the giveaway, if you're interested, is answer that question about Black Friday shopping. And in honor of my reindeer sweater, use the word reindeer if you want me to enter your name in for the gift tags. If you just want to answer the question and we can find out how everybody likes to shop, that's fine too. But reindeer would be my key that you would like to enter, have your name entered for the giveaway. That's about it. That's all I got. Not a lot this week. It's gonna be, we'll see if we crack a half an hour. This week is, I want to put up the tree this weekend. We used to get a real tree, and then with the dog and the pine things falling, it was just easier to get a non-real tree. So we have for years done that. So we have to bring that down from the attic, let it fluff. We let it sit for a day, and everybody once in a while walks by, and you kind of refluff something and let it settle. And so then this weekend we can do that. And the weather here is a little bit warmer, about 50. Today is supposed to be 50, mid 50s, and partly sunny. So we are going to do an outdoor, socially distanced tea and dessert visit with the grandparents, since we couldn't do Thanksgiving with them. And they'll be on one side of the patio, separated, and then we'll be on the other, but it's going to be a nice day. So that is hopefully the plans for today, and through the weekend, just starting to get some of the Christmas stuff out. Stitching wise, I hope to get some patterns and maybe have some new starts for you next week. As long as I can decide on the fabrics, because I have a couple that I already want to start. Just need the fabric choices and then we're good to go. So that's about it. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing well, doing okay. I know this holiday was tougher because it was more confined and quieter group-wise, but we'll do this. We'll get it. We'll get it. And next Thanksgiving, I just said to the family, next Thanksgiving, we will all be so grateful to be together again. So that's the way I look at it. But I wish safety and health for you, and I hope you are well, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Maybe do some shopping. Hit me a line if you know some other places besides the ones I mentioned that are having sales, because I'd love to check them out, and I do like to support small businesses as much as I possibly can. And until next time, my stitchy friends, happy stitching.